So I'll be changing the ABS motor, pump motor this side. In order to replace this, I need to remove this fuse box, and at the same time I also move in the computer and the airbox. So there's one 10mm bolt here, there's a bolt here where the positive terminal is, and then there's another one hidden down here, and then we're gonna slide it off. Now I have access to the motor, and it's just just slide this off, and the worst thing is I lost this one when I blew air into this. I just placed the bolt in here. Stupid me. So I'm gonna take out this pump motor by removing the mounting Torx bolts here. So there's like 3 of them. There's another one here, and then it's gonna move a bit, and then I could remove this Torx screw there too. This one and this one, and then swap them. So I got all the 3 Torx bolt out from here. This one and this one. So I can actually move the ABS assembly now and get access to that one Torx bolt over there. So there's only 2. Okay, got the 2 bolts out. Time to take the motor, which is really stuck in here. Yeah, it's rusted to the side. Yeah, I think this motor is in bad shape because of the carbon stuff in here. You know, the carbon dust. Yep. So I'm gonna clean that one first. Here's the motor. There's the contacts for that. Yeah, matches there. So this is my replacement part. They're pretty much the same. Yeah, I don't know if that number makes sense. And this one is a little different there, but they pretty much look identical. So that got cleaned, and I'm going to put it back. So I got the motor in. Then time to put the mounts back. 3 Torx screws over here. Yep, there's 3 T20. I think it's a T25 Torx screws. Put it back there, and we're going to put the fuse box in. So this one, actually, you need to slide this one first, and then it will clip on here top. And then there's a 10mm bolt here that secures it down there. Got that done. Luckily I found this bolt. Terminals back. Yeah, I pretty much disconnected these down ports, otherwise there will be sparks lying around. Oh, this is 13mm back, so I'm gonna turn the strut bracket or strut bar back. So I got to return this bolt over here. I don't know what happened last time, but the bolt is just lying over here, and this is for the trim over here. So somehow they did some, I don't know, wiring inspection stuff over here. They tried to remove this trim and they never returned the bolt. Same thing on this side. So it's kind of like loose. Yeah, the trim for this one is loose on this, so now it's tight now. I don't know why mechanics do that, but yep. Yeah, this thing is solid now. It's not Yeah, I think this is the one that's causing the rattle at the back because there's no bolts holding it. I'm going to return the cover for the battery. It's kind of dirty. So I opened up the motor, and here's what I found. The brushes are on its last leg, and I think at this stage it's not making good contact anymore. So that's the reason why we got this Z00201 code for pump failure. Yep. Yeah, so I was like surprised that this pump didn't last. Is it like, probably it has like ABS problems before that they just, I mean the motor is overworked and it basically wear up the brushes. This is like so dark too, like it's covered in carbon. Yeah. So I guess it's probably bad if you have like an ABS problem, like it constantly kicks in because it will actually wear out your pump. Yeah. So doing a test drive after the ABS pump motor got replaced. So we'll see how it goes. And this is also a 100 plus mile, actually 110 plus mile check for our transmission fluid replacement. So we got no skid errors, just the bulb, time for regular, alarm, bulb failure. So nothing in there. We still have the whiny pump, and I also got the passenger side suspension replaced, but the sway bar links are not yet replaced. It arrived I think yesterday afternoon, so I'm gonna install them once it's warmer again. But yeah, it's around 33 degrees. Actually it feels like 20. Really cold. I really like the LED lights on this one. It's so bright. The thing though is that it's so dispersed, so it's not as good as the projector lights where most of the HIDs and the LED lights are being used. So far so good as I've noticed it. Transmission shifts fine. The thing though is that when it's like a really steep uphill, I could still feel some shudder though. It's not like 100% like the transmission is working properly, but yeah. The thing though is that the shudder is not that terrible. It's really like a second thing. and sometimes it doesn't do that. So I'm trying to figure out, like, does it happen like on cold temperature, or cold startup, or once it gets warm? I try to do that combination, and it's kind of like random though, and it only happens on steep uphill roads. If it's just like an inclined road, or hilly but not so steep, it just works fine. So what I'm going to probably do is just drive this around, and then what I'm going to do is probably wait until 500 miles, do again another fluid change, and then from there see if we're going to add lube guard. I'm kind of like hesitant to like change the fluid at this mileage because it's only like around 111 miles. It's too early to tell. Usually Lucas, sometimes it takes like a long time, probably like 200-300 miles, I think, but I don't know if it really works. But I mean, it's way better than what it was before, so I don't know. I mean, maybe at 200 miles, 300 miles it could get worse, but so far I haven't noticed anything bad though. I might probably replace the power steering pump on this one. It's really noisy. I took out the covers when I replaced the ABS pump motor. So yeah, usually I use the 40 mile per hour test because that's where usually the torque converter would lock up. Usually below that too. Yeah, I ordered a O-ring for the power steering pump because I thought that it's leaking there. I could also see bubbles in the tank, power steering pump tank, reservoir tank. So I'm suspecting that there's air coming in, but the thing is that at startup it really makes a noise. Yep, see that noise there, that whine? Yeah, it's kind of like annoying. I think the pump needs to be replaced, and I'm not even sure if the O-ring or the seal replacement would actually fix the noise. But yeah, we'll see if I could find a power steering pump that's in good condition. So this road here is like probably watch out for deers, because deers would just pass by and might have a new issue if I will get involved in a collision with a deer. But yep. So for me, so far so good. I'll probably cut the video here and then turn it on again in the next couple miles. Okay, we're going into the freeway. And here's that famous whine. cut the video here. So going to the ramp. So the pulsation on the brakes is gone when I replaced the passenger side strut mount. That one was actually collapsed. It's collapsed, but it's actually like, it looks better than the driver's side, but it's still actually like pretty in bad. It's still in pretty bad shape. Once it's collapsed, yeah, it will like move around. You thought that it's like the control arms being loose, but actually it's the strut mount. I don't know why Volvo did that kind of design where the rubber is pretty much under load, or maybe the lifespan for that is possibly like 100,000 miles for that rubber. Yeah, see, you could still hear the whine even though it's already warm. And I noticed that the cabin is not actually warming that. So I'm accelerating right now because of the traffic. But yep, it's behaving well as far as I know. I like the pickup of this one compared to my 3.2. 3.2 is actually pretty good, but once you have the V8, you'll notice the difference though in pickup. And I noticed that the RPM for this at 65 is like around 1500. My Volvo is, the 3.2 is around like maybe 2100 RPMs. So somehow the transmission for this is way different, or I don't know. They're all the same though. They're the Aisin TF80SE transmission, so maybe they're programmed differently somehow. The RPMs are different. So I'm gonna cut this video again. So driver's side has the same issue.